Hey folks, just pulled into GT Auto Garage to get a bit of an update on the Toyota 86 build that we've got. So we've got the car over here, and there's always some pretty cars when we ever come to GT Auto. Now we're out at Slacks Creek at the moment, but here's the 86 at the moment in its current format. I don't know what Dave is doing back there, but he's doing something.
Want to make a firewall? Someone wanted to put oil and fuel in the boot?
Ah, yes. Who would that person be? How about air conditioning?
Oh, don't settle down.
Yes! Yes! If anyone knows me, we always have to put air conditioning in my cars because I hate driving around without aircon. So anyway, we've now gone and ditched that stupid Subaru motor altogether, and we have this Nissan motor. Now this is a JHH built engine. This is a 4.1 litre stroker. So it's running dual HKS GT1000 turbo kit. Now these are counter rotating, you might notice. So the turbo setup is actually symmetrical, which is pretty damn cool. It's not a normal sort of setup, that's pretty awesome. The wastegates are going to be venting out the hood, but there will be an option to have them plumbed back because this is a street car. Dry sump, and Dave's in the boot at the moment setting up the sump tank and everything like that. The manifolds are all made in-house here at GT Auto. Now we haven't done a proper full feature on this car yet, but so this is just a bit of a sneak peek. The cage inside the car, that's done by, it was a Neil Bates motorsport cage installed by ADE and then painted by Cameron's Bodyworks. So it's all business up in here. The Motec dash will eventually be up there and replace that one there. Bride seats with carbon fibre. So it's very basic inside at the moment, but working on it. Will be air conditioned, it'll still have stereo. It's got AP racing brakes on it and concave concept wheels. Now a lot of sponsors have helped us bring this car together the way that it is. GT Auto Garage are putting the bulk of the work at the moment, as you can see. I have no idea what these lines are, but they look cool. Those are nice and fancy. Everything's braided, and we're doing like a wire tuck, so there's going to be as little as possible in the engine bay that's visible. And this car is engineered and complied, so it has been engineered with this engine. We have had a few dramas along the way, so things like it's got like a 5-star hub conversion kit on it, and we had some issues with that, which we're still ironing out. Now we got the air conditioning supplied by Rencool, so it's an electric air conditioning compressor. That means that we needed to upgrade the alternator. We've got the dry sump set up here, and you can see it's got a pretty cool cage set up. Now we're not actually going to even use that shifter because we've got a paddle shift kit which is floating around somewhere. So it's got an air shifter with paddle shifts, and it's all going to be run via the Motec. So we've got a few other videos and pictures of it. I'll overlay. You've got the front end. It was all 3D modeled by PWR. And those guys have done a nice setup with the radiator and intercooler package, so that all lives up here. And when it's all together, it looks pretty trick. It's a pretty nice setup. The Dailey Engineering Dry Sump Kit. And as you can see, look how small that sump is. Basically, this was the only way we were able to get it to fit in the car. Because it's such a tall engine, we weren't able to like fit. As you can see, like this engine is nearly 3 times the height. 3 times the height of a factory FA20. And we've got an Albins 6-speed sequential gearbox up there. That's out of a V8 supercar. That's what we run in our Australian supercar series. And anyone in America probably isn't familiar with that, but they're like basically kind of like what your Pontiac G8 and things like that. They're Ford versus Holden. They've opened it up to some other manufacturers like Mercedes and whatnot nowadays. And this is running Racer X control arms up the front and Cusco up the back. So pretty much everything that is an arm and everything that moves and doesn't move is all aftermarket. It's got MCA suspension in it with custom spring rates. It's got a Hertz sound system. It's got solar style window tinting and opti-coated. Audio Express did the audio install, which, I mean, there's not much of it left at the moment, but we will end up with stereo again and everything. So at some point we'll have subs. We've got subs up the back. Hopefully they fit. So this is the firewall.
This is part of it, yeah.
Alright, so up the back we have a full-blown motorsports diff out of a Mustang. Now that, as I've said in a previous video, hopefully doesn't cause us to go careening off into any pedestrians. We've got Cusco control arms, MCA suspension, AP racing brakes, Racer X upper control arms. Further up the car we have the Albins 6-speed sequential gearbox, thanks to Albins. We've got to run a new drive shaft, or tail shaft I should say, which is getting delivered tomorrow, to go between these two areas there. Now, usually a R35 engine does not have a clutch on the back of it. It's normally got a torque tube going to the gearbox, which would usually be in the back. But in this case, we've got the gearbox bolted straight to the back, and it's running a twin plate clutch from Direct Clutch. Thank you very much for those guys. You can sort of just get a bit of a peek of it there. And this is a close-up of the sump, and you can see just how much clearance we actually gain from having that. Now we've got custom-made engine mounts there, and you can see our custom-made extractors going to the turbochargers here. Now, unfortunately, we're not quite sure what we're going to do with the exhaust at this point, due to not having a huge amount of room up the back, so we may lose our twin tips. I'm not quite sure about that just yet. We've got big drive shafts up the back here from Drive Shaft Shop. These are rated to over 1,000 horsepower. They run Porsche CVs. One other interesting thing here is we've got a mechanical fuel pump. So the fuel pump actually runs off the back of the dry sump pump, as you can see here. So it's a dual function pump there. We're also running Hankook Z221 tyres front and rear, so it actually can fit 295 30 18s on the front. So that's quite a monster tyre for the front of this, and we still can get full lock. So you can see 295 30 18, and we run the same on the back as well. So thanks to Hankook for that. These are probably some of the better tyres that we've ever actually run before. It's what we run on our Time Attack car as well. Still probably not going to be enough rubber for this car with that much power though. So at the moment we're just getting all the wiring done and speed flow fittings. So this rack is all the shit that's going on in my car.
All this is here, and all this is, yes.
God, I don't want to see the bill. I really don't want to see the bill.
Yeah. No, these are just all titanium. That's all. So there's all single hex, and then all your multi hex.
Dave, we'll still be able to fit the subwoofers in the back, won't we?
Maybe. Still got a few more things to get in there. Yeah, battery, pump for the paddle shifters. It's be full in here. Might have to put them in the back seat.
Well, the subs were meant to live in the corners here. Oh,
take the aircon out.
Shit. That's not an option. That is definitely not an option. We're keeping the aircon. So maybe we only have to have one sub.
Exhaust will be enough of the sub.
Yeah, but
look at that back seat there. There'd be a trimmer that'd love to get in there and make that for you.
I suppose we can't actually use that back seat area anymore, can we?
Definitely not.
Fitting midgets in there.
Weld something off the cage.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, it'll have a sub in there somewhere. We'll work it out. The one big difference between this you may notice is, well, there's not many panels on it at the moment, but most of these Rocket Bunny installs are done with the studded kits around the side. So they're like bolted on flares and stuff. So we actually had Cameron's Bodyworks mold them in, so there's no visible trace of any of the stud kits that like live along the side there. So it makes it a lot cleaner. I really didn't like that look. But anyway, that's today's update on the StreetFX Toyota 86. Make sure that you follow us on YouTube. So it's just StreetFX TV on YouTube. And we'll be keeping you updated with progress of this. We're getting on the home stretch on this now, so pretty keen to see what happens. Our hopeful power output on this car is going to be in the region of, I mean, the car's going to weigh around 1300 kilo and we hope to put out around 1300 horsepower. So keep it in the 1-to-1 ratio. So, I mean, you know, it's still a bit off yet, but we'll definitely keep you updated. And thanks for watching. Catch you guys.